convicted of assault with a deadly weapon, which should be a pretty serious charge, and one would think he'd get some decent time for this.
Surprisingly, it is not.
No, yeah, I'm glad you knew this.
I do know this. I know this from personal fucking experience.
Yeah, I didn't know this, because when I hear attacked with a deadly weapon, I'm usually like, this should be in the murder area. Yeah. Yay. Love Miami. But yeah, if you thought he was going to get decent time, you would be wrong.
No, I wouldn't expect decent time because I've seen the results of that trial.
I think you'll even be surprised by this one, though. Somehow, Cole was sentenced to just 30 days at a county work farm for his hammer attack on 2 people.
That's pretty shitty.
It's pretty fucking lenient, even for early 60s.
Yeah.
You pulled open someone's car door and just started bashing with a fucking hammer, and they gave you a month on a work farm. Inappropriate sentence number 3. Shockingly, the 30 days at a work farm did little to help Cole. But he managed to keep himself out of trouble for over 6 months after his release. Half a year. Doing good.
Perfect. Got this.
Then in January 1961, Cole found that his violent urges were getting uncontrollable, and he did something killers rarely do. Take a guess what he does.
What does he do?
Cole flagged down a police car in Richmond, and he patiently explained to the police officer that he was having urges to rape and kill women. He then asked to be taken somewhere where he could get help before he acted on his urges. He flagged down a police officer and told him, this is what's going on and I need help before I do something.
The fuck?
Yep. Surprisingly, for the early 60s, this police officer was actually half decent. He made a few calls for Cole, and he set up an arrangement where Cole was allowed to sign himself into a mental hospital on a voluntary self-committal. So I'm assuming for record keeping and what, that looks a lot better.
Does. There are different rules around being committed and things that you can and can't do afterwards. So, like, an involuntary committal would mean that you could never own a firearm in the States. Whereas a voluntary one, I think that's still kind of up in the air. Yeah.
It probably depends on the circumstances and what, but I'm sure there are lots of things like that between voluntary and involuntary. So I was shocked by this because both Cole and this officer couldn't have done any better. Like, Cole's getting violent urges that he can't control, and this officer takes him seriously and goes out of his way to get him help without destroying his fucking life.
Just,
I was like, this is
I'd be shocked by that now.
Yeah, and this is 1961. Crazy. What are you trying to say about mental health care?
Mental health awareness.
Care.
Awareness.
No, care. Like, when something goes wrong, what do we do?
No, awareness.
Like, when someone who's has the potential to be a serial killer comes forward and says, I need help.
Awareness.
We're aware now. They are aware, and it does nothing.
Right? Yes.
Cool.
Mental health care in Canada is wonderful. Oh, you want to kill yourself? Well, we can get you an appointment in 18 months.
What you should do is go somewhere where there will be police and just let them shoot you.
Yeah.
It'll be
there
fine.
we go.
Yeah,
perfect.
There you go. Use a threat.
Problem solved.
I am a problem solver. Cole was admitted to the Napa State Hospital for what was supposed to be a 90-day stay. But despite the fact he had sought help and went there voluntarily, Cole refused to talk about any of the negative parts in his life while in the hospital.
Well, I just want you to make me better.
Yeah. Which, I see now, you did the right thing and now you're just fucking it up.
Yeah, because you have to put the work in.
It's a big part of it.
Yeah, right? It's not just magic.
Fix me.
Yeah.
Yohim Kroll. You guys can give me a surgery and fix me and just send me back out, right?
Magic wand, right?
No, that's not going to happen, Yohim.
Oh, wow.
Spunk Lord. Cole told the doctors that he had a normal childhood, and this was backed up by Vesta when she was interviewed. So either they both lied about it, or all that abuse he talked about at the start, around 7 years old, but at the hands of Vesta,
lies.
Once again, bullshit.
Yeah, right?
So
one or the other.
It's looking a lot more like bullshit every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. A final meeting happened where staff members discussed Cole's case, and it was summed up this way, quote, "It was felt by some that he was a possible sexual psychopath, potentially dangerous to the community. Staff made a diagnosis of antisocial sociopathic personality disturbance and recommended that he not be discharged.
Yeah, that's probably a fair recommendation.
The way they put it, not suitable, not mentally ill. So they're saying you shouldn't send him out, but he's also not mentally ill.
Yeah. He's not schizophrenic. He's dangerous.
And despite just saying he shouldn't be let out, they recommended he apply for outside psychiatric treatment or voluntary admission at another state hospital because of his sadistic, abnormal sexual tendencies.
Yeah, well, we don't want to deal with him.
Pass him off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is one of those highly contradictory reports I was talking about. In one breath, they say he is a danger, potentially dangerous to this community as a violent fucking sexual predator.
But we don't want to keep him here.
Make him an outpatient.
Yeah.
Unfucking believable. Yeah. With this recommendation, the same facility released Cole on March 25th, 1961, after serving just 51 days of his 90-day admission.
Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm. This time, it only took Cole 4 months to get back in trouble. In July 1961, Cole was arrested and sentenced to 6 months for auto theft, and while serving his time, he asked for psychiatric help for a second time. I'm still fucked up, yo! I want to kill.
Yeah.
First time didn't take, let's try that again.
Yeah. Round 2?
I also put, they might have, considering the time frame, they could have sent him up to Donald Ewan Cameron and fixed him up real good. Get in your insulin coma, and we're going to shoot you up with medical-grade LSD. So after asking for psychiatric help a second time, Cole was committed again, and after more interviews and tests, doctors found the results, quote, very puzzling and contradictory. Derp.
Shocker.
Cole was diagnosed as a very passive-dependent person with a facade of independence with confusion concerning sexual identification. Yeah. He's just a fucking nutcase.
Yeah.
Yeah. This hospital stay was much longer, with Cole being admitted in October 1961 before being transferred to Stockton State Hospital for more tests. Here it was noted that Cole was, quote, afraid of the female figure and cannot have intercourse with her until he has killed her.
Delightful.
Yeah.
He's a peach.
Also, I mentioned Cole being very lucky with the law and whatnot.
Yeah.
It wasn't just the law. Because sometime in 1961, I couldn't find the date, Cole attempted suicide by jumping off a bridge in front of a passing car, but lived without serious injury.
Jesus Christ.
Now, I don't know if this was a half-assed attempted suicide.
But
he jumped off a cliff in front of a moving car. That doesn't sound half-assed.
No, it doesn't sound that half-assed because it still has to be high enough to jump off of onto a car. So, an overpass at lowest, right?
I wouldn't do it.
No,
yeah, right.
No.
And this fucking Cole just walks away.
At no point in my life would I do that because, first of all, my brain sees that and goes, "Well, I'm gonna break my legs."
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
probably not going to die unless a car happens to hit me.
But best case scenario.
Yeah, best case scenario, I am very crippled.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, no, it's just a bad idea. And apparently, no major injury.
Head first, I'm probably dead. But feet first, not so much.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Swan diving off the overpass.
Yeah.
You were committed at that point.
Exactly.
Though. Yeah.
But, just hops on up. Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, right.
Good, got this.
I got this, motherfuckers.
Fuck, man.
Now, one might think that a man that has been twice voluntarily committed to a mental institution for his violent fantasies has been labeled as a possible sexual psychopath and potentially dangerous to the community and feels like he can only have sex with corpses might make authorities anxious.
Possibly.
Or maybe that's just me. But when you put that all together, I feel like someone should have been like, we should keep an eye on this guy because that's a bad picture.
Yeah.
He painted up.
Not looking good.
No, it's grim. But of course, this wasn't the case.
No.
Yeah. After voluntarily spending nearly 2 years in mental institutions, Cole was released with no provisions on April 19th, 1963. Bye.
See ya.
See ya. You're fixed now. His parents bought him a bus ticket to Dallas so he could go live with his brother.
Well, we don't want you.
Yep, and Cole spent his first few weeks in Dallas learning the city. So once again, just pass that problem along. Like, here you go. Yeah. Just get the fuck out of here.
Perfect.
Richard Chase. You know what Richard needs?
His own place.
He needs his own apartment.
He really does.
Do you want to see what he's doing to the rabbits?
No.
So yeah, they sent him off to his brother in Dallas, and they were just like, here, enjoy. So Cole, he did learn the city, and in no time, he attempted to strangle 2 women that he met at local bars.
Well, yeah.
Of course, though, he failed both times, because he's kind of useless at this point. He killed 1 kid as a kid. He hasn't had his first adult kill yet.
Right.
Yeah, he's just kind of feeling it out.
Testing the waters.
Yeah. Later in 1963, Cole attempted suicide with pills and spent 4 more days in a psychiatric ward. He's doing fine.
Oh, yeah, he's good.
He's thriving.
Yes.
Cole apparently bounced back quickly from this, and by the end of the summer, he met fellow alcoholic Neville Billy Whitworth. And by November 1963, just a couple months later, Cole and Billy got married.
Oh, just like us.
Yeah, they... the end of the summer, and they were married in November.
Yeah, we did that.
That's exactly what we did.
August 29th to November 1st. Blam. Married.
Pretty much.
Yep.
I'd also like to point out, keeping in the family tradition of confusing first names, Neville Billy was a woman, obviously. Named fucking Neville, nicknamed Billy. Fuck.
Yeah.
And it turns out Neville, she was almost as big a mess as Cole was. The marriage was a violent disaster from day one, complete with alcoholism, cheating, fights, and frequent moves. After over a year and a half of alcohol-fueled mayhem, the couple ended up in Missouri because...
Fuck it.
We drank our way to Missouri.
Jesus Christ.
That's how people get there.
Some people, apparently.
Yeah, right. I just got in my car and started driving.
Yeah. While drinking.
Mm-hmm. It's Missouri style. In August 1965, Cole torched a motel where he thought his wife was cheating on him. This is all just bad. Everything about that statement is bad.
Yeah, that's not a good night.
He was arrested, and Cole actually got a sentence that seemed pretty appropriate. He was given 2 years in prison in March 1966, but of course he only served 9 months.
Wow.
Yeah. Inappropriate sentence. Number 4. The 2 years, sure, but he should have spent more than 9 months for lighting up a motel with his fucking wife and other people in it.
Yeah.
I don't care what you think they're doing in there. Unless you think they're killing your child and they don't have a kid together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right? But even if you think that they're killing your child, then your child's in the hotel that you lit on fire, so...
I didn't think that part through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not really solving the problem.
Whoops. Swing and a miss. After being released from prison on January 5th, 1967, Cole started the new year by leaving Billy for good and drifting aimlessly around the country. I'm leaving my wife and I'm going to go drift and drink.
See ya.
Living the dream.
Yeah, perfect.
First, in April 1967, Cole was arrested and fined $20 in Oklahoma City for vagrancy by pimping.
What?
Which I don't know what to make of that.
Yeah, that's what...
It makes it sound like you're a homeless pimp.
Yeah, I don't understand it. But that you're homeless by pimping.
I'm a bad pimp.
Yeah.
It's not going well.
Am I being punished for being a bad pimp here? I'm confused.
Are you a pimp with no ladies? You got all the gear, but you're just like...
Because that's a weirdly worded charge.
If anyone from Oklahoma knows what that means, let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah. A month later, Cole showed up in Lake Ozark, Missouri, this time waving every red flag he could find. In May 1967, Cole was arrested after invading the bedroom of an 11-year-old girl and trying to strangle her as she slept.
That's normal behavior.
The girl screamed and put up a hell of a struggle, and she did enough to fight him off, and the police were called, and Cole was arrested not long after. So this all happened very quick. This crime got some attention in the community, and people were pissed.
Well,
because you broke into a little girl's bedroom and tried to kill her in the middle of the night.
Yeah, not cute.
As Cole later said, quote, "The public was so aroused that in another